And Ishmael doesn't come off very well. And again, there's some, the writer leaves enough ambiguous there for us to wonder what's going on. But I'm not very impressed with Ishmael. This young man is not a kid. He's 18, 15, 16, 17 years old. And how's he come across? He's a crying, whiny boy. He can't help his mom. You get the impression that he's 4 and mom's got to lead him by the hand, and he can't help, and he's just kind of a whiny Nancy boy. But what does God do? God shows grace. God shows his unmerited favor. Ishmael may be bitter. When Isaac's born, he's no longer the star. He's been replaced by Isaac in his father's eyes. He sees his mom oppressed. I think at best Ishmael is a spoiled bully. And yet God is gracious to him. God says, you know what? I'm going to rescue you. Instead of being condemned to obscurity, instead of being condemned to living on the fringes, he's going to become a great nation. And I think, how many people do we think God should just quit on? How many people do we say to God, why do you even care about that annoying relative who always stirs up trouble? Who loves to throw gasoline on fires in the family? God, why don't you quit on that pop star or athlete who's making a train wreck out of their lives? God, why don't you quit on the person that's really, really hurtful? God, they don't deserve your favor. They don't deserve your love. God, they're as bad as Ishmael. And what if you're that person? What if you're that person that maybe thinks God's already given up on you? You see, our past, our shame, our guilt, in our eyes say, Lord, quit, give up. I don't deserve it. None of us deserve grace. That's why it's called grace. It's unmerited favor. When you read through the story of Abraham and Sarah and Ishmael and Hagar, they're all messed up people. They're all flawed. And yet God is gracious to them. And that's the message of the cross this morning. That's the message of grace. That God comes when we don't deserve it. He gives us his favor. That God comes and rescues lost, hurting, dying people. That God comes and makes friends and family out of enemies. And that invitation is open to all of us. Because God's grace is for the undeserving.